Hi, I'm Shawn Casemore of Casemore & Co. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to talk to you quickly about the statement, first impressions are everything. I think that statement has validity, but I want to expand on that a little bit. If my first impression to you, in your eyes, is great, you think I'm a nice guy, intelligent, good looking, that's fantastic, and you're going to carry that forward. But if the next time we meet, the next time we have an interaction, I show to you a different side of me, that first impression is gone. And you're going to judge me based on that most current impression. So in fact, we can adjust that phrase to say that in reality, impressions are everything, especially in the business world. How we react, how we respond to others, sets in their mind their impression of us. If we want to be a true leader, we need to be conscious of that on a continuous basis. I want to ask you a few questions and give you some things to think about when you're thinking about the impression you might be leaving on others. What's your demeanor when you're meeting new people? I recall early in my career as a manager in a department, I was overwhelmed with a lot of different things. This is maybe 10 years ago now. But what would happen is when people would come to my desk, even people I didn't know, I would feel them lurking over my shoulder. But what I did is I often might ignore them and finish what I was doing. I felt my concentration was key. But I learned very quickly that's the wrong way to approach this. I was sending a message to new individuals who may become stakeholders in what I'm trying to achieve. I may in fact need them at some point. The message I was sending to them was that they're not that important. What I'm working on at the time is more important than they. Now, don't get me wrong, productivity requires focus. But what is the impression you're leaving on new individuals? If you run into somebody and you're busy, you're stressed, you have a lot going on, can they tell that? Or do you change your demeanor? Do you allow that individual the opportunity to see who you really are? Not someone who's stressed in the moment, but someone who in fact is a great person, a great resource, has a lot of knowledge and intelligence, and wants to share. The second thing I'd like you to think about, the second question I want to pose to you today, is how do you respond in crisis situations? If something's to go wrong, do you wear your emotions on your sleeve? Do you go running from the burning building? Or do you get everybody together, tell them what you're going to do, and then help them leave the building in an organized fashion? How do you respond in crisis situations? Do you respond with energy and excitement despite what's going on around you? Or do you respond with emotion, anger? I recall after 9/11, when Mayor Giuliani spoke to the world, he instilled confidence that all of New York was going to rebuild and be much stronger. And they are today. And in fact, if you think about that circumstance, all of New York, because of his message and the confidence in the message that he had and how he approached it, his impression, if you will, his demeanor, led everyone around him to be engaged and believe in his vision. So how do you react to stressful crisis situations? The last question I want to ask you is this. There's something to think about. How do you respond to challenge? If someone's to challenge your ideas, to put you on the spot, how do you respond? How do you react to that? Do you stay calm? Do you give thought to their question? Or do you simply respond with anger? Do you react and resent their questioning, their challenging? And something I was taught is that when people object, when they pose questions, it doesn't mean they're not interested. It means they're trying to understand more about your perspective. In fact, oftentimes they're trying to understand how their perspective can be aligned with yours through questions. So if we're challenged by someone, we should not react in anger or emotion. So think about what I've said today, that really first impressions are everything, but if the second impression is poor, the first impression is gone. We need to think continuously about the impressions we're leaving on others. How we're reacting, how we're responding, our voice, our tone, our body language, all of those things are going on to leave impressions. So what is the impression that you are leaving on others? For more information on leadership, operational excellence, and personal development, visit our website, www.casemoreandco.com. Thanks for watching.